Hey YouTubers, I wanted to drop a quick video and express real quick what it means to love yourself and also how to find happiness in your life and how to find happiness in your life. Well, the first thing is to love yourself. If you don't love yourself or know how to love yourself, then you're not going to acquire happiness in your life. Because a lot of times we say that, yeah, we do love ourselves, but we really don't know how to love ourselves. We don't even understand what it takes to do that. And I can honestly say for myself alone that I did not understand what it takes to love myself. I said it, but I really didn't understand it. So one of the things that helped me understand if I love myself was how I treating myself. Who am I putting first and foremost besides the heavenly creator of all? I found that I was putting everybody before me, and that is not identifying self-worth and love. Now, you can most definitely put people to the forefront, but when it comes to love and loving yourself, if you are worthless towards yourself, then you're worthless towards everyone else. So you have to love and appreciate yourself first. Take good care of yourself first, especially as an abused victim throughout life, such as myself. I've been sexually abused, and I've also been abused, and I have had my trial and error of being verbally abused. And a lot of times when you go through that, you really lose self. You start looking for validation from everybody else and not validating yourself. Denial of self-love, looking for validation from everybody else. So when you take the opportunity to take care of yourself first and say, I am going to be the one that love me, I'm going to take care of me, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make me happy before I do any of that for anyone else, especially as an abused victim. So finding love is deep within, and sometimes you have to remove others to seek that and to find that. You have to go into that dark space and pull it all out. You can do it by removing yourself from others on a morning basis, every daily morning basis. You can just go into a place and find out, how can I do for me first before I take care of everybody else? And that right there is love, loving yourself first. Before, we didn't have to love ourselves because we were all unit. We were one unit as a whole, as people of the world. But when we begin to deal with the dielectric and deal with the left brain, right brain, and we lost our spirituality, we had to find a way to get back. And then we had to compete with others. When you're a unit, you don't compete with others. You work as a unit, you work as a whole. So now that we're dealing with the analytics on our daily basis, the analytics makes us unhappy. We're not dealing with our spirituality anymore. Spirituality is happiness. Analytics is controversy. It causes a lot of distress in your life because it's all based up off of weights and measure. How much of this and that? What will it take to ... But when it comes to a spirituality aspect, there's no question. It's just follow your heart. You have to follow the road that leads to you, that leads to your happiness, that leads to where you reside within yourself, seeking happiness and sometimes it can get very difficult, and we lose ourselves, we lose self. Before, we didn't have to worry about self because we were a unit, but when we had to deal with that right brain, left brain, happiness, we had to find it. We were seeking happiness. That's why so many people go to church. That's why so many people is trying to get back to God, because they know that there's something in them that is not connected anymore. We lost spirituality. And so I thought I loved myself, and I thought I was taking care of myself after all the things that I had been through in life. But come to find out, I did not discover me. I didn't, until a moment where I said, I get it, I get it, I get it. And I have to follow my own road. I have to follow my own heart. I have to follow the things that makes me passionate. And that's all on my spiritual side. Analytics don't do that for me. So if you're a person that is working on a job and you're like, I'm not happy working on this job, that's okay, because it's the analytics. We have to put everything in its right place, in its rightful position and spots. But we have to go back to our spirituality and find that happiness. We have to go to church. And when I say church, I don't mean going to the synagogue or to the sanctuary that is outside of your home. We have to go to church inside our heart. What is it that makes us happy? What is it that's going to cause the love to just flow and make us happy? For me, I love to sing. I love to be creative. I love to do things that spark that inner light within me. I love to help people. I don't like going to work. I hate work. It doesn't do anything for me. It does something for somebody else who's on weights and measures. How much? Everybody is considered to be a object or a number. Just weights and measures. That's not finding my spirituality. So if you're trying to figure that out, how to love yourself and how to spark that inner light, the best way to do that is find out what you love and love it the most, starting with yourself. And then whatever that person love, what does a set love that makes a set happy? I love playing with my babies. I love cooking. I love making people happy. I really do. And that's finding self-love. And then I also take the time out for myself to say, I love you. A woman told me, she said, whenever you pass the mirror, whenever you see a mirror, you look at that mirror and you stop and say to that person in the mirror that you're looking at, and say, do you know what I would do if I was to ever lose you? Do you know what I would do if I seen you unhappy? Do you know how that would make me feel? To see that you're lacking love? And then you answer it. She said, go back to that age when you were abused, that little girl, and tell that little girl you love her. And that's what I started doing. And then I started telling that little girl, I love you. And then I look at myself and say, I love you too. Take care of self first. I'm sure God would appreciate it. And then you take care of others. But you are the most important thing in your life. Because if there's no you, then who else is it? Everybody else is living on and moving on. So take care of yourself. Love yourself. Because right now we have to, living in this diabolical world, we have to. And then we got to get back to what love is really all about, because right now we're operating off of weights and measures, and it doesn't work for us. That's why so many people are unhappy. So tap into yourself and learn how to nurture you first, and then everything else shall follow. Take care. God bless. And always put self first, and then continue to love the most.
And that you always have to remember to take care of you first and foremost. Because when you stop taking care of yourself, you get out of balance. And I think that we've been taught that taking care of yourself is a problem. I have to be responsible enough to take care of me, because you know what happens? Imbalance comes, and you know what happens? I look to you, our men, we look to our husbands and our boyfriends, and we go, I've given all this up for you, and you've got to make this right by me, and you're supposed to make me happy. Because we've lost our way on how to make ourselves happy. We lost our way.
If you guys have any questions, if you guys want me to talk about a specific topic or anything in particular, or if you guys just looking for something else, just please let me know. Whether it's food, if you guys are fighting some kind of illnesses or whatever the case is, I will do my homework and I will share whatever knowledge that I already have. Ask me any question. Send me an email to acceptthelotus@gmail.com. Please like, please subscribe, share if you care. And most definitely, take care of yourself. One love, stay up, and God bless.